settled in London. What's on the schedule today?
They are, Kay. Well, the team just finished a walkthrough here at the Harrow School. That's where we're at. And now players are taking this field with around 60 students from this school for an NFL flag event. That's the league's flag football program. So they're going to get to have a good time with these kids out here today. And a quick history nugget for you, the Harrow School. It was founded under a royal charter by Queen Elizabeth back in 1572. Notable alumni, Sir Winston Churchill, actor Benedict Cumberbatch, and if you're into music, musician James Blunt.
Very nice.
Very good. Very nice. I'm a big Cumberbatch fan, but Tiffany, I'm also an F.A.O. Bada fan. Tell us why the Panthers defensive star, really this is a special moment for him and for the city to see him back in London.
It really is. This is a homecoming for him. You know, he's a defensive end who contributes a lot on special teams, but he's got such a great backstory if you get some time to read up on it. He's Nigerian born, but came here to London at a young age with his sister where he lived with foster parents, and he's excited about being back here. He's got his own version of Keep Pounding with a t-shirt. I believe we're looking at one of the tweets there where he shows that off, but this defense, you know, that he is a part of, they have 20 sacks on the season. It's second best in the league. And linebacker Luke Kuechly told me what's working for this group are their new additions like Bruce Irvin, Gerald McCoy, and that rookie Brian Burns. He also told me that Mario Addison has been fantastic for them. Addison has 6.5 sacks on the season. I rattled off a lot of names there, but the point that Luke was making is that this group has so much flexibility on defense, and that's something that I spoke with head coach Ron Rivera about, and he told me as far as the pass rush goes, they're going to keep rolling guys. He said with 5 defensive linemen and 4 outside linebackers active, they can throw a lot of different combinations at an opponent and just keep them guessing. They won't know what's coming at them next.
Both teams certainly revitalized. A lot has changed since their first matchup. Thank you so much to Tiffany Blackman. Go get yourself a full spread, full English breakfast. I'm talking tea, buttered toast, and pudding. Whatever they serve there, you deserve it on your birthday. We are going to check in with our friends, Nate and Kyle, who are also on a search for some breakfast here stateside.
Yeah. Hey, good morning. Football. We're here in the GMFB break room. Yeah. It's really the only place where there's less work being done than Nate's been doing at the table today, right?
This is true.
We thought we'd come in here, and there's some of our fellow employees that are not even paying attention. We have the show on in here. Yeah. Completely tuned out during Schrager's ode to George Kittle. They don't care. Something we call, Nate, between two scones.
Oh, 2 scones? Scones ain't really a thing.
What do you mean?
I mean, you guys want no soul food in here? Never mind. We'll get
I don't know if we do or not. We have scones, I think you have to wear with Ugg boots. But we also have New York City. And Nate, let's just get into it a little bit, all right? There's not 2. We're not between them, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
We got Chiefs Texans. We've been talking about a lot. We saw what Deshaun Watson did. Absolutely lit it up last week. Whereas Mahomes is sort of spinning his tires allegedly. Let me ask you a question as you eat that scone with no water in the cup. Scarier offense right now. Scarier offense. Texans, Chiefs. What do you got?
I'm going to go with the Texans. And you know why? Because just like those scones, last week the Chiefs offense was dry. You know, you would think that every single week they can light up the skies, but for the first time in a long time, you've seen them get pushed around a little bit. You've seen that offense sputter a little bit. Even taking it back to the Lions game where they didn't throw a touchdown pass and they had to hand the ball off. And another reason why I would lean more towards the Texans is the Texans defense. They might have an edge. You're talking about Merciless and J.J. Watt. You know, a great defense can slow down an offense like the Chiefs, which allows the Texans to be on the field longer.
What are break rooms really for? Not really for eating. They're for like talking crap about fellow employees, right? That's kind of how these work. Yeah. I think if you were to ask every defensive coordinator around the league right now, do you want to face Watson and the Texans, or do you want to take a shot against Mahomes and the Chiefs? I think they say, give me the Texans and Watson. I don't want anything to do with Mahomes. I think they would all say that, including Houston. Yeah. I also think, Nate, there's all this sense that, like, the Chiefs are falling apart and Tyreek's not back and Sammy's not back. It's a little bit like, you remember the film Terminator 2?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Robert Patrick. Remember, they think, oh, we've killed him and all these pieces are all over. And then he just bends over and the liquid metal starts absorbing back and he just call to John now. I think that's going to be Mahomes. Throw to Tyreek now. And it's just, his hands start turning into knives just because the parts are scattered. Tyreek's on his way back. I still think Kansas City is more scary.
All right, well, let's move this along. At Cleveland, they took a huge loss on Monday night to the 49ers. Now they're sitting at 2-3. The Seahawks are coming to town, and I need you to tell me which Browns player needs to step up big. Is it Baker? Is it Odell? Or let's move it to a coach. Is it Freddie Kitchens?
Which employee really needs a big day of the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah.
Do you remember a guy? And he had this really cool hair. And you see that city back there? Yeah. He owned that city. He was the coolest guy in New York City. Yeah. His name was Odell. Okay. And now he's gone from being the emperor of the Empire State to, like, I don't know, he's like the number 3 guy in Cleveland, I think. Hey, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland. Are you a fan of the band The Moody Blues? You ever heard of Moody Blues?
Nah.
Exactly right. So they're probably the worst band in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Right now, Odell, he went from being James Brown, like the coolest guy in the world, he's the Moody Blues. My dad likes him. All right, I don't even know if Baker likes him. Are you going to tell me somebody other than Odell? Tell it to New York City right now because they miss him.
Listen, they miss him, and I think we miss the hair, and we miss Odell being Odell. We need Odell to get back to being OBJ.
He's like Fodell right now. Yeah. F-A-U-X.
Odell Bacon. You know,
is that what it is?
It's a little bit too fatty.
Can we get some bacon, by the way?
Bad for the diet. I know, you're right about that. Here's the thing. I'm going to go with Baker Mayfield, though.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield, since we're sitting here in the break room, he went from last year where he was basically Employee of the Month. He had his picture on the wall, and every day, all the other young quarterbacks had to walk in the hallway and see that picture with him buttoned up, and he had the cap on. Baker Mayfield, Baker Mayfield, Baker Mayfield, Employee of the Month every single month.
Yes.
And let's keep it real. You know how it is in the corporate world. Somebody wins Employee of the Month, they start feeling themselves a little bit.
Sure.
They're walking around the halls a little bit differently. They
I got a better parking space.
You feel me?
All day.
And then
that's our David Ziplo.
He's humbled. Yeah, of course. Shout out to Zips. And then he got humbled. And now he's being humbled right now. The only thing that shed a good light on him was that he actually didn't stiff Richard Sherman on the handshake. So I love the fact that Baker Mayfield wasn't the bad guy, because he really isn't, but he definitely is going to have to step up if he wants to pick up where he left off last year.
The only Baker who's been worse than Mayfield is whoever made these things. They are dry as a bone.
Talk about
And right now, if Baker Mayfield was a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band, I think he'd be like, yes. Are they even in? We keep hearing that they're good. I don't know.
I mean, Kyle, these are like your bedroom, man, for what you tell me.
Exactly right. Dry as a bone. At least someone's touching it, though, Nate. What do you got? Hey, don't bring me to water and ask me not to drink.
All right, you're right.
All right? Are you asking me?
Let's talk about these 49ers, though. They're undefeated, right? They got a top 5 defense, top 5 offense. Run game is phenomenal. The question is, are they the hottest team with the hottest coach? What do you think, man?
Is Kyle Shanahan the hottest coach? Yeah. I mean, the hottest, I would still go with McVay because of the hair, and I think he works out a lot. But if you're talking about just on the football field, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say, even with the undefeated record, I don't think Kyle Shanahan's hottest coach, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to beat you in this, Nate. I'm going to beat you right now. We're not supposed to be debating, but I'm doing it anyway.
Okay, go ahead.
The hottest coach right now is Sean Payton. Sean Payton lost his Hall of Fame quarterback and did not lose a beat. This is Sean Payton's greatest coaching performance of his career, which includes doing an onside kick in the Super Bowl. It almost feels like they're better. You tell me. We'll see how hot Shanahan is. Juszczyk's hurt. The lineman's hurt. Everyone's paying attention to him now. And who does he go against? McVay. I think Sean Payton is the hottest coach, and I am winning the game of scones.
No, you're not. What are you talking about? Guys are hurt. They already been through this. Last year, Garoppolo goes down. Jet McKinnon went down last year. And this year, you can't tell me that you were expecting this. I'm talking about the San Francisco 49ers caught everybody off guard. I mean, catch everybody off guard like this. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, that's exactly how they caught everybody off guard.
He's going right to HR. Yeah, he's not allowed to touch you like that. You got to be kidding me.
But here's the thing. When it comes to this team, number 2 defense, number 2 offense. The run game is nasty. Garoppolo is managing the game. And that defense, you're talking about 5 first-round draft picks getting after quarterback. All the while, he's sitting at undefeated, and the only other undefeated team is the Patriots, who are coming off a Super Bowl. How are you not respecting San Fran and what Kyle Shanahan is doing?
Nate, it was really well done. It was a little loud for the break room, but I think I look at all that first-round talent. I give that to John Lynch. But the Niners do have it all going on. Are you done? Are we going back to? I think we're supposed to smoke in here.
Yeah.
What do we do down? Juul or something?
Nah, no Juul.
I'm not into that. All right, but that is it. That is it from the GMFB break room. We didn't really talk any crap about any employees. We'll do that next. Guys, now that Sam Darnold, he's back.
And career passer rating for Mahomes and Watson is 217.8. That's the highest for quarterbacks who have each played in at least 20 games since 1970. 217.8. That is absolutely ridiculous, but cannot wait to see how they do against each other on Sunday.
We should see some fireworks at Arrowhead.